One day, after school, the sky suddenly poured heavy rain. Tom the kitten, with his heavy backpack on his shoulders, stepped out of the school gate. He walked along the wet and deserted road, the cold raindrops soaking into his soft fur. As he passed by a dark alley, a group of thug cats appeared out of nowhere and surrounded him. The gang was tall, fierce, and looked at Tom with sinister eyes. The gang leader, a scruffy black cat, stepped forward and sneered. Tom backed away in fear, but it was too late. They grabbed his backpack. The gang threw Tom's backpack into a puddle and started beating him. Tom tried to resist, but he was no match for the thug cats. Punches and kicks rained down on him, knocking him to the damp ground. The gang laughed mockingly, then left, leaving Tom battered and broken in the rain. In pain and trembling, Tom limped his way home. When he arrived, his body was covered in injuries and his eyes filled with tears. Tom's father, a legendary boxer, saw his son in such a state and was filled with anger. He gently asked, "Who did this to you?" With tearful eyes, Tom told his father the entire story. Tom's father stood up abruptly, grabbed his leather jacket, and put on his hat. In a determined voice, he said, "You stay here and rest. I'll take care of this." Tom's father rode off on his motorbike into the rain, his anger unrelenting. He knew exactly where the thugs usually gathered and headed straight there. When he arrived, he got off his bike with resolve in his eyes. The gang of cats was laughing under a shelter, unaware of what was about to happen. When they saw Tom's father, they sneered, "What does this old man want?" Without saying a word, Tom's father stepped forward with a cold gaze. He delivered a powerful punch to the gang leader, knocking him to the ground. The gang was terrified, but they couldn't escape Tom's father's strong, swift punches. Tom's father taught them a lesson with quick and decisive blows. After leaving the thugs lying in pain, Tom's father warned, "Never mess with anyone again." Coldly, Tom's father turned and walked away, while the thugs lay groaning in agony and fear. In a peaceful little house in the middle of the neighborhood, Mother Cat Lily and her little son Leo were enjoying a cheerful afternoon together. The two of them were playing on the floor, their laughter echoing throughout the room. Everything was warm and happy. Lily and Leo were playing a puzzle game, and Leo giggled as his mother helped him finish the picture. Suddenly, a strange burning smell filled the room. Faint at first, but quickly becoming overwhelming. Lily frowned, sensing something was wrong. She quickly stood up and ran to the window, her eyes wide with fear as she saw flames rising outside the door. The fire had reached the front entrance, and the space began to blur with thick black smoke. Mother and son panicked, trying to find a way out, but the fire had spread throughout the house, blocking every exit. Lily clutched Leo tightly, trying to keep him from inhaling too much smoke, but she felt a growing sense of despair. At the same time, Father Cat Max, who was on a business trip, received a call from Lily. Her voice was terrified and broken, pleading for him to come home immediately. Max's heart tightened at once. He abandoned all his work and sped home as fast as he could. On his way back, Max battled overwhelming fear, hoping he would make it in time to save his family before it was too late. As he neared the house, Max saw the towering flames engulfing his home. He parked at a distance and rushed toward it without hesitation. The fire and thick smoke blocked his way, but Max didn't give up. Though his body felt scorched and breathing became difficult, he pressed on, determined to find his wife and son. After what felt like an eternity, Max discovered Lily and Leo trapped in the bedroom, both weakened by smoke inhalation. With the strength of love and courage, Max carried his wife and son out of the burning house, sweat and tears mixing together. As the three of them made it outside, the flames continued to rage behind them. But the most important thing was that the family was safe. Lily and Leo clung tightly to Max, tears streaming down their faces. They couldn't believe they had survived the nightmare. The three embraced as the sound of fire truck sirens blared from afar, their tears now tears of joy for reuniting after such a terrifying ordeal. One beautiful sunny afternoon, Police Cat Leo and his son Liam went shopping together at the supermarket. Liam held his father's hand, his eyes filled with joy because it had been a long time since he last went out with his dad. The supermarket was bustling with activity, more crowded than usual, with people shopping everywhere. Leo carefully chose items while keeping an eye on his son. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed through the store. A group of robbers, wearing black masks and armed, stormed into the supermarket. The shoppers panicked, screaming and running in every direction, creating a chaotic scene. The robbers not only stole goods, but also knocked out many innocent bystanders, leaving everyone in fear. With the courage of a police officer, Leo quickly sprang into action. He signaled for Liam to hide in a safe place, then slowly advanced toward the robbers. Even though facing them was dangerous, Leo didn't back down. With each powerful blow, Police Cat Leo took down one robber after another. He fought fiercely, ensuring no one else was harmed. However, during the fight with the leader, the robber suddenly pulled out a knife and plunged it deep into Leo's stomach. The entire supermarket fell silent. Blood flowed from the wound, soaking Leo's shirt. He staggered and collapsed in front of Liam, his face pale, his eyes fading. Liam cried out, running to his father's side, tears streaming down his face as he watched his dad fall. Leo gripped Liam's hand tightly, his eyes still filled with love even as his strength faded. In his final moments, Leo urged his son to stay strong and brave, to continue living a good life. Then Leo's eyes slowly closed, his heart stopping amidst Liam's heart-wrenching sobs. The next day, a solemn funeral was held for Leo. The entire city came to bid farewell to the brave police officer who sacrificed his life to protect everyone. Liam stood before his father's grave, his eyes filled with tears, but also with pride for his father's sacrifice. The group of robbers was eventually caught and brought to trial. They were convicted and held accountable for the crimes they had committed. Although nothing could bring Leo back, justice was served, and Liam knew that his father would forever be a hero in his heart and in the hearts of everyone. Lily and Tom were a newlywed cat couple. They had just celebrated a beautiful wedding with their friends and family. After the ceremony ended, they headed home together. On the way back, a terrible accident occurred. Their car was hit hard, leaving Lily severely injured. Tom was only slightly hurt, but he was terrified to see his wife unconscious. Lily was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The doctor said her chances of survival were slim. Tom was heartbroken, but he refused to give up. He decided he would do whatever it took to save his wife. Tom took on multiple jobs, working tirelessly day and night. Each day, he worked hard to cover the mounting medical bills. He visited Lily every day, holding her hand and whispering words of encouragement. As time passed, Lily remained unconscious. Despite his exhaustion, Tom never gave up hope. Then one day, a miracle happened. Lily woke up from her long coma. Tom couldn't hold back his tears when he saw his wife open her eyes. They embraced each other, overwhelmed with joy. Eventually, Lily fully recovered, and they were reunited. The cat couple had overcome a great challenge to be together again. From that moment on, they lived happily, cherishing every moment they had with each other.